Good afternoon, you guys. Happy Wednesday. Hey, sister.
Hey, sis. Hey, y'all. How are y'all? Hope y'all are doing great today.
Yes, it is the end of March. Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh, sis. Like I was just saying, January was just here. Like, what happened? The new year, like, it's crazy. 2025 is
Zoom.
flying. It's
It went
flying.
by so quick.
Yes.
And here we are at the end of March. We're still celebrating Women's History Month. And I'm so excited to do this live today with you to just chop it up a bit and just see what's been up. I feel like, we talk to each other daily and we see each other weekly. But, it's always good to just have a not so much of an agenda type of meeting, you know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
kicking it with Kera Kayla.
Yes, y'all. Yes, yes. It's Women's History Month, so it's only right that we end the month off with the, girl talk, sisterhood vibe. So I'm excited to get into it.
Yes. So, how was your weekend? How you feeling?
It
I got
was
my
great.
eyebrows touched up.
Look, everything looks great. The hair looks great. Everything, the skin is just, it's giving. But yes, sis, it was a great weekend, y'all. I have a new job, so I've just been just getting everything situated, y'all, learning. I'm about to get out of training really soon here. So I'm super, super, super grateful. And yeah. So how about you, sis?
My weekend was really good. I had a little staycation, a little mommy free moment to just collect my thoughts and spend some quiet time with the Lord. And it was so good. It was so
Yes.
refreshing. It was so quick,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but it was exactly what I needed. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for my mother for helping me
Yes.
out. So
Yes.
it was good. It was a good
Yes.
weekend.
Yes, I love that for you, sis. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Thank
Y'all make sure y'all schedule those staycations, vacations, whatever y'all got to do every 3 to 4 months. We were just talking about this, so
Listen, I don't care if you're a mom, if you are single. I feel like everybody just needs that reset, refresh type of moment just with, life, work, all the things. So definitely carve out time for just, you and to
yes.
refresh and reset. And I'm just so happy for you, sis. Congratulations again and again and again for your new career. I'm just so excited.
It's
Do you
been
want to
great.
tell the people where it's at or is that
Of
TMI?
course, yeah. I'll tell y'all. Well, y'all, I am the new event coordinator at the Georgia Aquarium. So if you live in Georgia, come and see me. Well, if you're doing an event, because I don't
Cor-
have there.
okay, like that. We need those corporate events. If you want to have I guess people may do like receptions and stuff
Yeah,
type
literally
things, but if you
anything.
want like that Georgia Aquarium vibe, get
Yes.
with the events coordinator, okay?
Come on, y'all. Come on. I would love to coordinate your event. We don't play. We have everything together for y'all. So it's a great experience. I love it, y'all. And I'm just so blessed. I love God. I love God. I love God. So
Oh God, you don't love God? What's wrong with you?
please. So
Yes, he definitely did his big one with that. And I'm just so excited for you and so happy for you on this new journey, transitioning to like your big girl career and everything. It's
yeah.
been fun. Girl, my son gonna tell me, TT got a new job. I said, I know, I've been new. He said, no, you didn't. She called me. I said, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. I love it.
Like,
I love
dude.
it. I knew he was gonna say something, honey. Yes.
Kids be swearing they know everything. Like,
They do.
okay.
He do. Okay.
That
And
is
thank
so
y'all for the
funny.
love in the comments. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Yes. Shout out to y'all. I'm not even seeing the chat. Okay, here we go. They're gonna chat. All right, y'all. Well, if you're just joining us, happy Women's History Month. We just wanted to hop on and do a quick live today to just engage with you guys and just talk about like the impact of women. As you can see, we are glowing, we are growing. Women are powerful, women do amazing things, and there is power in sisterhood, there is power in celebrating other women, championing them, empowering them to do exactly what they are called to do. So, thank you all for joining us today. If you're not subscribed to either one of our channels, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Okay. Since you're here, you might as well join the family. Okay.
Yes.
And then, yes, just let's get into it because we got some questions that we're going to answer for you guys and just some topics that we want to touch on for the impact of women. But we're going to start it off with a little icebreaker and
Yes.
see who knows who best.
Yes.
Okay. And then we're going to let y'all know a little bit more about us
Yes.
for those
Yes.
of you who don't know. Because we share our story a lot
Of
on
course.
all of our different platforms, but we wanted to do a little fun icebreaker. So who knows who best? So the first question is, when is my birthday?
Your birthday is January 8th, girl. January 8th. She's a January baby, y'all. So it just passed not too long ago.
Yes, 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 yes. That is my birthday. Your birthday? Hmm.
Mm.
November 23rd.
Yes.
Thanksgiving, y'all. How
Yes,
could you
y'all.
not remember? Like that's my favorite holiday, number one. So I always know like it's all gonna be around the same time.
Yes, sis. Yes, yes. I remember baby all day. So, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what's my favorite color?
So your favorite color is pink.
I love it. I love it, y'all. Like, we're girls, so I feel like the color will probably change all the time, but that's like always gonna be the main one, you know.
Hmm.
Okay, so your favorite color. Okay, so I feel like all right, y'all.
Y'all
I
sure know
feel,
me.
I feel like it's yellow.
You're actually right. I did change it. So my favorite color is rose gold pink.
Yeah, it
For
is.
sure. That's my
It is.
favorite color. But yellow became like my favorite color. More so like after I had my son actually. It's just like very bright and vibrant and it just gives me so much joy and just like
Yep.
happiness. So yes, yellow. I'll give you that because yellow is my second
Well,
favorite.
yeah, that's actually one of my favorite colors too, y'all. It's up there. Like yellow's beautiful and it's bright, just like she said. Like it's just
Yes.
it represents happiness. I feel like.
Yes, 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 yes. Smile.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Okay, what's my favorite way to relax?
Okay, so I feel like your favorite way to relax would be number one, being by yourself, having some quiet time. It could be like maybe like a spa day, or you journaling, or just simply just having time with God. Just like I said, just being in your quiet space. So
Okay. Yes, 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 yes to all of that. Quiet time, me, okay? Some
yep.
peace and tranquility.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear no talking. I don't want to hear no music. I just can sit in pure silence.
I love it. It's so crazy how people just be like, I don't know how to sit in silence. I don't like that. I'm like, y'all,
Because they ain't got to know themselves good enough
that's really
yet.
all it is. Because I love it. I could do it all day. That's the only child life.
Yes, like even growing up, like I would just like be in my room, like journaling back then in my diary and stuff
Right,
and
sis.
coloring and just I don't know, I just love I feel like that just pours into me because I'm like always pouring out. So it's like I just need that moment to regroup, refresh
Regroup. I feel
for
that,
sure.
sis. I feel that.
I feel like you're very similar, but I'm gonna say your favorite way to relax is like binge watching one of your shows.
That's lovely. I love it. Yes. 100%. Yes. But as well as the other things that I just named too for you, sis. Yes. Like I
Yeah.
love just being by myself. Like that never gets old for me ever. And journaling, I love writing, y'all. Writing is just one of my skills. I love it. It's fun. I've been talking to myself since I was a kid. Okay. I had an imaginary friend and
That
I
only
have
child life for real.
I had the diary and all that. Now it's more of like just a journal, and I
Yeah.
just write down my thoughts and stuff like that. But I love a good show, y'all. I love just chilling. Nobody talk to me. I got my phone do not disturb while I'm watching it.
It's D&D queens over here, okay?
He's up there with me though, y'all too. Okay.
I said queens. I included myself. Okay, so binge watching your favorite show. So what's one of our shows right now that we are watching?
Y'all, so we love Sisters and we love Zatima. Okay. Shout out to Tyler Perry. Okay.
Yes, 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 y'all. Those are our shows right now. She had to catch up because I was like way ahead. Like when I binge watch something, I'm gonna get all the way through, and I'm like, you need to hurry up because I need to talk about this. So those are our two shows. I'm already complete with both of those.
Same.
I am currently binge watching Bel Air.
Okay, so
Growing
I
up, Fresh
got
Prince of
part,
Bel Air was like one of my favorite shows. So I had tried to start watching Bel Air like a couple years ago when it first came out, but I never got into it. Like I had rewatched that first episode so many times, like the beginning, and I had never got through it. But I finally like got into it. I'm in season 2 now.
y'all.
So
Yep.
I got one more season to catch
I
up
knew you
on.
was gonna
But
like
I love like
it.
we like to binge watch shows because ain't nobody got time to be waiting until next week until the new
Ugh,
one come out. Like ain't nobody waiting on that.
it sucks. It sucks, y'all. It sucks. But yes, I knew you were gonna love it. Like I knew it.
It's
It's
so
so
good.
good. It's so great. I can't wait till you finish. We can talk about that too. Ooh, I'm
Definitely got to talk about it because we can talk about the characters because that's basic.
yeah.
First of all, love the character for Will Smith. Like they chose a
Hmm.
perfect young man for that. He's
Yep.
doing his big one.
Yep.
Now Carlton.
He sucks. Okay, not. You're a great actor. I'm not
He's
gonna
a phenomenal actor.
say
He's
great
super great.
actor, but oh my
But
gosh, you be getting on my nerves. Yes, girl. Just wait till you see more. Just wait.
they just didn't even like line up together with the real
No,
Fresh Prince. Okay, and then Jeffrey though, Jeffrey is he's good. He's a
he's
great
great.
actor. He matches
Great.
up perfect like with Jeffrey from Fresh Prince.
Yep.
Now Uncle Phil,
I said,
what y'all was thinking? Like he's a great. Everybody's great actors, but it just didn't line up
yeah,
well.
the vibe. Yeah, I totally agree. Like Hillary Lily's perfect. Coco Jones, shout out to my girl. I love her.
And I didn't know like who Coco. My brother told me. I'm like, who is Coco Jones?
Really? I thought you knew who that was.
No.
But
Yeah,
she's
she's a great actor too. She definitely embodies Hillary's whole personality from Fresh
yep,
Prince. Ashley is perfect. And I
yep.
love how they had the real Ashley Banks on there too.
Yes,
Tatiana
she,
Ali, love her.
yes, yes.
And Aunt Viv, perfect. The first Aunt
She,
Vivian, because
for
the
sure.
real Fresh Prince had two. So she
Yeah,
is perfect for like the first one. Her
I
voice and
agree.
everything, her
She's
demeanor, like she is
perfect.
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 Her and Will are the two spot on characters to me.
I agree.
That's
I
just my
agree.
opinion.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I can't wait for that next season. We waiting.
Yes. And so,
Wait.
and Jazz. I forgot about Jazz
Oh
because
yeah,
I
he.
actually learned of Jazz, the guy who plays Jazz character. I learned of him from a podcast, and that's
Yep,
really when I was like, okay, I got to really get into it because
he's
y'all,
great.
I love podcasts and reading books and stuff. And then like once I do and I like the person, I'm like, let me go see what else they're doing so I can
Mhm.
support them. So I really loved him from the podcast, and I was like, I got to go see. So he's
He's
doing great on his part as well.
great. He's great. He's so funny. He's hilarious. Like
Yes,
I
that's so
love it.
good. I love it. Okay, y'all, we went on a little tangent with our favorite ways to relax and binge watching our shows. But the last question for who knows who's best is if I could only eat one meal for the rest of my life, what would it be?
Is it seafood?
Yes, well, tell me
Really?
a meal. Tell me like the main dish and the sides.
Okay, so crab legs. Is it crab legs? No, no. Okay, I'm just thinking like the whole seafood vibe. So, okay, let's say the actual seafood. What's it called? The bag thing.
Oh, you talking about like a seafood broil for the rest of my life? No,
No,
absolutely not. It would be salmon, sis.
duh, duh. I knew that, y'all. But I think we got it right. I said
Salmon,
seafood.
rice, and asparagus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. I be forgetting salmon is seafood because I just love it so much. Everything else is like, ew, no.
That's the only seafood she like, y'all. Is
That
salmon.
is fish. That's basically fish. So yeah.
Yeah, that is fish.
So yes. Okay. I love it. I love it. And
Uh,
then
for you, I would say mac and cheese,
mm,
cornbread, and
soul
chicken.
food. Yep. Soul food, y'all. Soul food.
She
Yes.
loves a good soul
Yes.
food.
Yes. I want some right now.
It's okay.
Yeah, she did that, y'all. Okay, look at us. We know each other, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all comment below one of these questions, answer one of those questions for us. Let me know what y'all think. What y'all
Yeah.
think? What are y'all favorite foods? All those things. Let us know.
Okay, so now y'all, we're gonna get into some sisterhood reflection questions because we are talking about like the impact of women and sisterhood is just so important. Community is important. So, um, first question is, I would like to know what was your first impression of me when you first met me?
Oh, okay. So my first impression when I first met you. Oh my gosh, sis. I just automatically thought, like, wow, she's just such a happy and amazing person. She cares for others. She's just so caring. Like, and we have a lot in common. Like, wow, like she loves like making other people feel good. She loves like throwing events and stuff like that. Just very selfless, just very selfless. And she's a girl's girl. Like, that's one of the things too that I automatically thought. I'm like, oh my gosh, like she got all these girls that like her, like friends and stuff. And like I said, just hosting stuff. Like, obviously, you have to be a people person. You have to be a girl's girl to, want to always like have things and throw things and stuff like that, whether it's at your house, whether it's just somewhere in general. Like, that's just always been her. So I'm like, oh my gosh,
Mhm.
like, I love that about her. We have some similarities. Oh, yes, yes.
I love that. I love that so much. Thank you for sharing. So my first impression of you, I thought, oh, she's so sweet. She's so cute. Y'all, she was literally a little baby when I met her. Before my first impression, like I didn't officially meet you in person, but I knew about you and created a homecoming poster for you. So I was already had like a little connection with you because
Yeah.
I was involved in that process.
Yep.
And I was like, my brother like really like this is crazy. So I thought that that was just so cute, and I couldn't wait to like officially meet you. And then when I met you, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I like her. She's so cute, so respectable, well
Mhm.
mannered. Like got some sense about herself. She ain't one of these little city girls running around here acting crazy and doing too much. Like I love just your demeanor and just how well rounded you were. So
Oh,
yes.
thank you, sis. Thank you. Came a long way. It's crazy. Like, can't believe I'm 25 now. Just oh my
Yes, y'all. So that really brings us into the next thing because some of y'all probably like, I thought y'all was sisters. Like, what you mean when your first impression of her? Y'all, we are sisters.
really are.
So now we're gonna talk about how we really became sisters because
Yeah.
no, we do not have the same mama. No, we do not have the same daddy.
So, so yes. So when did we become sisters? So I'm answering it.
You want me to answer or you want to go?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I can,
I mean,
y'all.
I already started saying a little bit.
He did. So yeah, y'all. So with Kira, like I said, like you just win everything, and people are gonna be just so shook because they're gonna be like, "What? Like, how are y'all not like actually what?" Because everybody thinks that they always say we look alike.
Mm-hmm.
They always say we look alike. So yeah, but basically, the guy I was dating at the time, that is her brother. And after that, like literally, even after we broke up and stuff like that, we've always been like tight because we've always just had a connection. Me and Kira are just like one of the same. Like, as y'all can see, after all the questions that we were answering, it was giving like, wow, like y'all are very similar, just from like this the little things, from like hobbies and stuff, and then like just our passion with life, just loving to make other people happy, and
Serving.
serving, yes, like ministries, like all those type of things, just giving people a good time. Like, we just love doing all those things, y'all. So we just got closer and closer and closer, and literally like God just sparked the flame between us, and we've
Yeah,
just been tight ever since. So I'm just so grateful. God works mysterious ways, y'all. He really
for
does.
sure. I'm definitely the type of person who believes in divine alignment and divine destiny helpers. And I truly believe that God brings everybody together for certain reasons, some for some seasons. But I truly believe that Michaela was an assignment for me. And our relationship grew so genuinely because of what God was doing in both of us. And it's so crazy because we've known each other for what you're 25 now. So 10 years, going
Yeah.
on 11 years. So, yes, I met her when she was 15, turning 16. So, y'all, she was a teenager and I was only what 21 at the time. 21 turning 22 or something like that, or 22. One of
Yeah.
those, 21 or 22, but both we were both very young. She was a teenager, I was a young adult. And, during that time, like still living my life, doing things. I was very much on myself about my business. And the more that our relationship grew, the more that I felt like God pushing me and pruning me because it was like this young lady is like really like looking up to me and like latching on, and some of the stuff that I'm doing I can't be doing if I want to be a good example. And I'm the oldest sister. I have a younger sister and I have a younger brother. So of course I've always been like a leader, but when you have somebody that's in your close proximity and like can see like your life evolving right before you, I just feel like it's just a very different journey, and it's literally like what life to life discipleship looks like. So as my journey continued to evolve, like her journey continued to evolve, and like what God has done is just only a God thing. Like can't nobody take credit for it. Can't nobody say they manufactured, they did it. Like it's literally a God thing. And I just truly give him all the honor and glory because I don't believe that I would have been able to get through some of the things that I have gone through in life if he had not, transformed me and allowed you to be in my corner and vice versa. So I'm very, very grateful.
Sis. I agree. I agree. God is so amazing, y'all. He'll take one little situation and turn it into a big thing. Like that's what he does. So just like she said, like nobody gets the credit but God. It's just such a beautiful thing. It's sisterhood. Like we said, y'all, that's what this month is about. Celebrating women, celebrating sisterhood. Like, after this call, make sure y'all hit y'all sisters up. Whether it's one
Hmm.
sister, whether it's just a person you consider like a really close friend, like hit them up, tell them how much what they mean to you, and like it's just such an amazing thing to just continue to give the girls their flowers because we don't hear it enough, but we do because we do this. But but I just want to make that a regular thing. So thank you, sis. Thank you, sis, for everything, and I love and appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. I feel like, some people may not have biological sisters, and you may feel like you don't even have a community or your tribe. And I encourage you to step maybe outside your comfort zone, because a lot of times we get so comfortable with just our norm and like where we come from, or what we're used to. But you got to step outside. Like it may be unorthodox, it may not look like what it should, and that's very much similar how our situation is. Like nobody would have known. Like who would have known? Even still to this day, like some people are like what, but it's like
Right.
you have to literally get out of your own way and just allow God to do a God thing in your life so that you can have that support system, that sisterhood, and continue to grow on your journey, because you cannot I don't believe that you can fully maximize your full potential without doing it in community. Like isolation is the devil's playground, and I believe that he tries to keep us isolated, rather it's from your biological family. He tries to split families up because he knows that a family that is strong and rooted in the foundation of God is a force to be reckoned with. He knows that a community of women who are on fire for God is a force to be reckoned with. So push yourself outside your comfort zone and just get in community, find your tribe, find your people.
Absolutely.
Um, so that kind of brings me to like how have we grown as individuals and as sisters since from the time that we've met, now that we've taken them through that journey of little Michaela at 15 and me at 21. Like how have we grown individually and as sisters?
So individually, I feel like the individually and as sisters, I feel like our walk with God for sure. We have just taken it to the next level, like no other. A lot of different things have to happen in our life for us to lean more on Him. But I feel like I said, together and individually, like that is one of the biggest ways. Like just walking down this path of Christianity, like it's a beautiful thing, y'all. Um, and yeah, and I feel like with us, well, like I said, this is Face University is Kira's, but her just tagging me along and having me take a big part of ownership and different things and stuff like that. Like I feel like, and just me bringing different people along and stuff like that as well. I feel like God, like I said, he just works in different ways, and we've grown in that area, like just helping other women together, and loving on them, like that has just been like one of the best parts of our relationship for sure, like in my opinion, for sure. So what about you, sis? How do you think we've grown as individuals and as sisters?
Well, 10 plus years is a lot of growing, y'all. That's a lot of seasons of life. That's a lot of maturing. Um, I have had transitions. I bought a house. You were there for that moment. I bought multiple cars since then. I got married. I had kids, not one but two. I became a widow. Like went through grieving. I relocated states. So grown a lot.
Yeah.
Grown a lot through,
Yeah.
like I said, again, many seasons of life, many transitions, and you have literally been there for them all. And the milestones, the highlights, and the low moments. And that's what how I really like knew that you was solid. Like this is God. Like, it wasn't for am I froze?
Okay, I
Can you
think
hear
you're good
me?
now. Yeah, it's freezing a little
Okay.
bit, but yeah.
But yeah, that's how I really like knew like, oh yeah, this is solid. And she is really supportive because some people can be around for your highlight moments of your life, but they can't be around for the down times or the bad times. And when I saw that you could literally be there for me, and not just for me but be in it with me, like it's hard for people to do that like that. It really takes God's strength. It takes confidence. It takes, just a knowing and who you are and whose you are. It takes a caring heart, a serving heart to be able to be there for people through every phase of their life, and not just around when it's all good and when I can do for you and like, stuff like that. So I feel like we've grown so much in that way. Just me growing individually through all of those seasons in life allowed us to grow as sisters as well, because you were there to be able to celebrate, you were there to mourn, you were there for it all. So I'm just
Absolutely.
really grateful for that, because truly I can say like you are the one that has been there through everything. So
Oh,
I'm
thank
really
you,
really
sis.
grateful.
Thank you, sis, and vice versa. Okay. Vice versa. I appreciate you so much. And we for life, sis. So okay, so now y'all we're going to lean into the self-love and identity questions. So, sis, what allows you to fully be you?
Oh, that's good. So what allows me to fully be me? Well, one, I would say that's a process of also going through healing and doing the hard work, and uprooting just like limited mindsets, limited belief, things that other people have projected on you. So I have done a lot of the hard work. I continue to do the hard work, and my identity, knowing who I am and whose I am in Jesus Christ, helps me to be me, because I know who I am and whose I am. Like I am rooted. I have my foundation. I don't need validation from the world. I don't need nobody to tell me what I can do and what I can't do. Like I know who I am. I know what I'm here for, and I know what my assignment is. So I feel like that allows me to fully be me. And I don't feel like anybody can truly fully be themselves if they don't have that foundation. If you don't know who you are and whose you are, like it's gonna be hard, because you either gonna be performing for work, accolades, whatever, or to try to fit into friendships or family and things like that. But once you have that foundation and you are rooted and grounded and it can't be shaken, baby, this is a solid rock. Okay.
Yep.
So that allows me to be fully me. So no matter where I am, like I am who I am. You're gonna get Shakira. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to put on. Like I
Yep.
am who I am. So that allows me to fully be me, being rooted in my foundation.
Oh my gosh, that's so good, sis. And literally, same here. Same here. When I finally realized that, I don't need to be accepted by anybody but God. Like, I just don't have to. So I feel like that made me realize, okay, like, whoever will accept me, those are the real ones. Whoever doesn't, like, it just is what it is. Like, I've went through life and I've started to understand that everybody's not going to like you. Like, and they don't have a reason. They don't have to have a reason to. Like, you just have to kind of just be okay with it and move on. But um yeah, like I feel like knowing that God accepts me, like he accepts me for exactly who I am. And I know that I have things I need to work on, but he still loves me either way. I feel like that's what allows me to fully be me. And of course, like when you have a great circle of people in your life that accept you for who you are and love you just the way you are, of course that makes you feel more comfortable as well, because it's like, okay, like I have people that do truly, accept me and love me for who I am. So like I only do look at the people that don't. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that that's so important, because for one, growing up, you can feel like, I don't feel like it really starts until maybe fifth grade going into middle school, where it's like everybody is a crowd in elementary school. But when you get to like fifth grade and you going into middle school, that's when cliques begin to form.
Yep.
And seeing who's who's or who fit in where. And for me, I was always the one who I was cool with everybody. Number one, I went to a lot of schools growing up, y'all. Like I went to Cobb County schools and I went to Marietta City School, so I knew a lot of people. So, and I knew how to adapt. Like I'm just a friendly person. Like nobody is a stranger to me. So I would have people over here who I went to school with, people over here who I went to school with, and I'm the one like trying to bring everybody together. I'm
Yep.
trying to be the bridge and connect all the people. And it's like, girl, you ain't got to connect everybody. Everybody don't need to be with everybody.
Yeah.
But that's when cliques really start to begin, and you start to determine who you are as a teenager, as a young person, finding your identity in friendships and like what the world says. But then when you become a young adult and you are going on your own journey, especially after high school, either some people graduate, some people don't, some people go to college, some people don't, some people go to the military, some don't, some people got kids, some don't. Like there's so many life changes happening, and then people just start dispersing and going their own ways. And after that, it's like the cliques are no longer as relevant as they were when you were a teenager and in middle school and high school. So then it's like, okay, now I got to figure out what else. And then some people start to define themselves by what clubs they could join, what organizations they are part of, and all that kind of stuff. But truly, you don't understand and know who you are until you find your way back to Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Okay, and then you have to understand that being a believer in Jesus, not just a Christian saying that you're a Christian, but you are a believer, you have surrendered your life and you're walking this thing out. You have to know that that's very disruptive. Like they hated Jesus. Like there are people who didn't like him. So you got to know that people are going to naturally not like you because of who you stand for and who you believe in.
Right.
But you got to know that at the end of the day, it was already done on the cross. It was settled. So it doesn't matter.
Right.
And I feel like that became my full like freeing surrender moment. And, because I grew up like being cool with so many people. And of course, growing up, you have people who didn't like you. You will hear stuff, but when nobody stepping to me like, I don't like you, like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I became an adult and went through some life challenges, and then I feel like the death of my husband, like that brought a lot of chaos into my life and just revealed a lot of things. And that was the first moment in my life where I felt like, man, people kind of don't like me for real. Like that's when I felt it. Like, and I was way an adult by then. So, but then that's when I had to realize, like, man, they hated Jesus. Like, so it's okay. So I just want to encourage anybody who is in their walk right now and they feel like, man, I don't know like who I am. I don't know how I can fully be myself. I struggle being around these people. I struggle fitting in with my family because I feel like the misfit. I always felt like the black sheep. Like no matter where you stand, I just want you to know that it is possible. You have the opportunity to have a relationship with Jesus on your own and find out who you are and whose you are in Christ Jesus, because that is the only definition that defines you. You are chosen, you are loved, you are cared for, and it's already been done at the cross.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Yes. 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 So good, sis. So good. Somebody needs to hear that today, y'all, because I know how it is out here. We all feel like we all want to be accepted and stuff like that. And it's just like when you finally just get past that point in life where it doesn't matter to you anymore, it hits different. It
yeah,
definitely does. So love it.
absolutely.
Love it. So let's see. How do you practice self-love daily?
That's good. So for me, my morning routine and my nighttime routine, it has to be on point. Like especially as a mother, parents, like I'm sure you can relate, but if I don't take care of myself, like it's hard for me to pour into others. And that's just like what I do naturally, as far as like being a mother, being a leader, being a business owner. Like I'm always, always pouring. So I have to make sure I fill my tank at the beginning of the day and I recharge at the end of the day. So my morning routine looks like, sitting in quiet. We said that earlier, sitting in quiet. Sometimes, some days I may put on worship music and just sit in the presence of the Lord. I read my Bible, get into my devotion, my morning word. Always reading all day, praying without ceasing. I pray, I set the tone for my day. Um, I do my skincare. That's still important to me. Like my skin is
Yes.
so important. And as you become older, like you realize like, oh, these things really matter. And then when you look good, you feel good. Like let's
Mhm.
you don't gotta be it ain't about vanity or nothing like that, but
Yeah.
you need to take care of yourself. You need to
Yeah.
this is your temple. Like the
Mhm.
Lord gave you this temple. He wants you to take care of yourself. It's a standard. So, brushing my hair in the morning,
Yep.
making sure I don't wear makeup every single day, or nothing like that, but just doing my skincare, making sure I'm put together, actually getting dressed and not just like
Mm.
walking around in pajamas all day. Like that
Mhm.
is how I show myself self-love. And then once I do, take care of my kids and get them together for the day, then I go to the gym because again, my temple, I want to make sure that I'm taking care of my body. I want to live a long life. I want to make sure I'm healthy inside and out. So I'm not just taking care of my outer appearance. I'm not just taking care of myself spiritually, but physically and just all the things. So just trying to make sure I'm well-roundedly taking care of myself. And, some days outweigh the others on like what I can do because
Yeah.
of my workload and things like that, but definitely try to stick to a morning routine and a nighttime routine. What about you?
Definitely agree, sis. 1000%. You said it. Like, definitely, feeding my soul in the morning and recharging at night. That's a big thing. But just like you said, the morning routine, that's a big thing for me, like for sure. Just spending that time with God, being alone and just, praying and, reading devotionals and just like resetting for the day. Like I definitely need that every morning. It's okay if it looks different here and there, but it's like it's a necessity. And just like you said, just getting ready for the day, like that feels good, taking a nice shower, doing your hair, like, just like you say, it's not about getting all dolled up. Like it's nice when you can do that, but obviously realistically that's not every day. So, just making sure that you feel good. Like you said, when you look good, you feel good. Like it's a real thing, y'all, especially as women. Like we
Yes.
just love feeling good. So I totally agree. And once I get that and like just writing, like I was saying earlier, I love writing, y'all. Journaling is my thing. So I just love
Mhm.
writing, just whether I'm writing my thoughts out or just writing like, scriptures, whatever the case may be, like it's good. So yeah, that's myself.
Yes, I love that. I love it so much. What's one thing that you've learned to embrace about yourself?
Ooh. I've embraced that I talk a lot. Okay. I talk a lot.
And that's
And
okay. I want to hear it.
yes, y'all. I love talking. Like I feel like that's why I ended up, just being where I'm at today, like, having a YouTube channel and being an event coordinator, being an event planner, like, just being a leader with other women, guiding people. Like I love talking and, some people that just maybe they were just hating or they just didn't want to hear it. Like, they tried to steer me the other way, but I could just never do that because I know that, God gave me a voice for a reason. And, you know, it's like I feel like as long as you're using it the right way, then it's like there's nothing wrong with it. And a lot of the time, people don't like it because they might not have the guts to do it. They might not know how to, do it. So I feel like talking a lot is definitely a beautiful thing that I've embraced. But I feel great about it now that I'm older and I realize that it's a gift, honestly. And yeah. So, what about you, sis?
I love it. I love it. Definitely talking, obviously. When I was younger, and just a little sidebar, y'all,
Yeah,
I was an honor roll student, star student,
of course.
had to my own harm. But the only thing that I would get in trouble for was talking too much. I would get a needs improvement. Y'all know when it was like SN or U on your report card or your progress report, and I would get a needs improvement talking too much in class. And it's like, girl, I'm over here trying to help your class and teach these kids.
Yeah, that was me too, y'all. Oh, got you.
So I always like think about that when I feel like I'm talking too much. I'll be thinking like, oh my gosh, do I need improvement? And that's like a thing you have to heal from, just like from the past. Teachers, family, or whoever will start to say things to you that will stick with you forever. But my thing that I learned to embrace about myself is that I am a like I'm a planner, but I'm a like get it done type of person. Like I genuinely I love serving. I love to when the Lord gives me something to do, like I'm yes and amen. Like I don't be knowing how it's gonna work out, but I'm obedient. Like I've learned to embrace that. And a lot of people along the way weren't able to accept that, because it may have felt like I'm always doing too much, or I always got something I want to do, but it's like the Lord is giving me instructions, so it's like I need to be moving towards that and not just standing still, because y'all, delayed obedience is also disobedience. Okay, partial obedience is disobedience. Though that is a sin. If the Lord tells you to fly and you walk, that's a sin. Like, you're not following the correct direction. He told Moses to do a certain thing. Moses did something else, and he had to watch the people go into the promised land. So I'm so serious about that. Like, I don't play around when it comes to, like, if I heard the Lord speak, or I know that he's giving me an instruction, or it's something that has been on my mind like for months or weeks or years, and I know he's telling me to get it done. I don't be knowing what it's gonna look like. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna just start working towards it. And you know, it may lead to something else. I don't know. I don't know. I just do it. And that's where the whole walk by faith and slay plus pray each and every day, because God will make a way. That is truly my lifestyle. That ain't nothing that I just be saying. That is truly my lifestyle. That's all I know. I'm a faith slayer. I'm a faith walker, like, since day one. So I've learned to just embrace that about myself, knowing that maybe that's not everybody's story. That's not everybody's testimony. Everybody may not understand because they may not be fully surrendered. Maybe the Lord don't speak to them like they speak to me. It could be different things, but I've learned to embrace, like, this is who I am, and I'm not changing it for nobody unless the Lord tells me otherwise.
And that's just it. That's just it, sis. Come on. I love that. I love it. I love it. So now we're going to get into some community questions, y'all. So why is community so important in our healing journey?
Ooh. So we've been talking about this throughout the conversation, but I definitely feel that community is so important. I don't care if it's just two of y'all. I don't care if it's 3 people, 10 people, 1,000 people, whatever floats your boat, then rock it. Okay. But for me, I like intimacy. So I love, like, just intimate settings, not too many people, but a small, tight knit community. And I feel like community is so important because when you're low, your community may be high, and they can help you, encourage you, empower you, and they can see. They're like your when you're driving and you have the newer cars, the updates, y'all, on your side mirrors, it has the light that'll come on when it says like somebody's next to you. So your community is like your blind spots. So when you're driving and that light comes on, that's alerting you, like, there's a car that you may not be able to see, but caution, be careful. So community is like blind spots for you. They may be able to see stuff. You may be hurting and not being able to make the most wisest decisions, and they're your blind spots there to guide you and help you as you continue to heal. So I feel like that's so important to have, because sometimes we can't see everything, especially when you are grieving. Okay, I know during that time, like, oh, it was so hard. Like, you can make emotional decisions because of the state that you're in. But when you have people that are around you that genuinely love you and care about you, they're gonna be like, maybe, sis, we should think about this, or we should pray about this, or maybe we should consider it this way, or let's steer away from this crowd, or like, they can just help you. And that's so important, because we can't do it on our own. We can't do it all, y'all. I need you to debunk whatever thought you had in your mind that I could do that all by myself. Like, I don't need no help. As long as I need you to debunk all of that, because it's a lie. It
Yeah.
is the lie from the enemy, and I rebuke it. And we need community. We need community for every stage of our lives. Like, the Bible tells us to carry one another's burdens, to help each other. And we are called to do that, you guys. This is not something that the Lord just suggested. Like,
Yeah.
he is omniscient. He is God himself. So he knows what we need before we knew what we need. So this not something that he just like, oh, if you feel like doing it, then do it. No, he
No.
has called us. He said it is not good for man to be alone. That's not just for marriage. That is not saying, oh, you need a husband, you need a wife. That is
Mhm.
for community as well. Like, we need our sisters, we need our brothers, we need wise counsel, we need community. So I that's why I feel like it's important. What about you, sis?
I love that. I love it. I love it. Yes, like we can't go through things alone. We cannot get through things alone. Like I literally have learned that with this walk. It's so beautiful having sisters in Christ that, will carry our burdens. Like we'll do it together. And it's so it's like a breath of fresh air because we are just so, I feel like, just adjusted to what the world thinks. Like our old selves, like our new selves, not anymore, but our old selves, we just used to think, I have to do it. I want to do this by myself. Like I got it. I don't need nobody. I don't want to put my problems on anybody else. I don't want, just all those things. And I just look at things so much differently now, especially like now that I'm deeper in my faith. Like I know that God does not want us to do life on our own. Like it's just not what he wants. And I was just reading over Exodus and stuff yesterday, and it's just so crazy. Like I was just learning more about that, like how we're just not supposed to be on our own, and like we need a community, like even with churches, for instance. Like I love, shout out to my bishop at Word of Faith, y'all. Bishop Bronner, he's just so amazing because I just see that, he doesn't guide the church by himself. Like he has a whole bunch of people that help him carry this church on his back. Like, and it's like, he's not doing it by himself. And it's just like, I know that the church wouldn't be what it is today if he just decided, oh, I can do it by myself. Like, I got it. I don't need y'all. Like, no, like he's very humble about it. He gives people their credit. Like, there's other preachers and stuff like that. And of course, there's only one him, but they're still amazing as well. And they still, do what they're supposed to do to, uplift the church and, make it what it is. So I just love seeing examples like that because it's just, reminds me, even with this ministry that we're doing, like we need other women. That's why I love how you just continue to just, allow me in and other women in to just help you, navigate this thing. Because yeah, you could do by yourself, but it's like we don't get like a gold star for just doing everything on our own. Like that's just not how it works. Like, and it just doesn't even feel as good. Like why do that when you have the help, you have people that are willing to come in and they have, and especially if you're like-minded, they want the same thing. They want to help the other women.
They
They
see
want,
the vision. They know the mission. Yes.
exactly. They have the same heart with, just wanting to bring other women closer to God and stuff like that. So I feel like it's a really big deal to have that community, y'all. And I know that, we're also conditioned to thinking like, we can't trust nobody. So it's hard to, want to open up and to get closer to other women and stuff like that. But that's just another thing that you have to pray on, so you can make sure that you're entering into groups that, are good for your soul. And, you got to try. Like we're going to get let down.
And also you do the healing too,
Right.
because
Exactly.
what damaged you, what broke you to make you even
Exactly.
have that
Yeah.
mindset?
Exactly.
Like that's why I talked about earlier, like doing that healing work. It's hard work because
Yeah.
some things are gonna come up that you may not even like about yourself or that you feel
Mm,
like, oh wow. But we gotta address those things. Like we can't keep
yeah.
carrying those negative beliefs and limited mindsets with us into our
Mm,
lives.
mm, 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 mm.
You cannot become the full version of who God has called you to be still thinking like that. The Bible tells
Oh,
us to renew our minds daily.
daily. Absolutely, sis. Ooh, so good. So, yes, I'm wishing all the girlies out there a beautiful community.
Yes.
Playing
I
all,
love how you use Bishop Bronner's example, because that's on a larger scale, obviously, but it's still relevant to wherever you are, ladies, on your journey, because everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. Everybody is gifted and talented in different areas, and we are the hands and feet of Jesus. Like when God talks about the church in the Bible, he ain't talking about a building on the street. He's not talking about Word of Faith. He's not talking about the Potter's house. He's not talking about a building. He's talking about the people. We are the church.
yep.
We are the hands and feet of Jesus. So what are you doing to build the kingdom here on earth?
Mm,
So that's why community is important, because we all got something to do. Have you ever seen a head with no shoulder?
mm,
That would be crazy. Have you ever seen a body with no head? That would
exactly.
be crazy.
Mhm.
So every part functions. Every person has a function. We all have a part to play in the community to
Yeah.
build the church, to build the kingdom of God.
Mm. So good, sis. So good. Yes. Yes. So,
So, what do we wish more women understood about sisterhood?
yeah, just going back to what we were saying, y'all, I feel like, woo, it's a necessity. Like I feel like too, it's supposed to feel like love. Like I feel like, like we were just saying too, a lot of people, maybe they've gotten messed up in the past because of what happened to, their friendship. They were introduced to somebody just, just an untrustworthy person, a person that's done them wrong and stuff like that. And so they just think that, oh, any woman that I get close to, any sisterhood is just not it. Like it's just not I don't want to get close to people and stuff like that. But I feel like what we should all know about sisterhood is that it's a real and authentic and loving thing. Like you want it to be what you want it to be, but I feel like, people have different thoughts about it. But what I know for sure is that it needs to be centered around love. Like, it needs to be centered around God, and that's what a real sisterhood is. And so I feel like, when I think about our sisterhood, when I think about, the other few ladies that we're close to as well, like, that's what I see every single time, I talk to y'all. Like, every single time I pour my heart out to y'all, it gives love. Like, it flows. It's soft. I feel safe. That's another thing too. Sisterhood should feel safe. It shouldn't feel like,
Mhm.
you know what, like, I don't know what to do. Like, it should just feel safe. It should definitely feel safe. And yeah, like I said, number one, it should just be centered around God. So but you notice that, you realize those things once you really build that great sisterhood. It takes two to tango. So, whatever you want out of somebody, you should be that person. So I feel like that's how you make that as well. So yeah.
Yes.
What about you, sis?
That's so good. I always say what you put in is what you get out. So
Mhm.
you can't expect any kind of hood. I don't care if it's
Yeah.
sisterhood, a relationship,
Yeah.
that's romantic, or with your family. Like, you cannot expect something great to happen when you put in mediocrity, like when you're not giving it your best.
Yeah.
So I wish that more women would understand that sisterhood should not feel judgmental. Like, everybody should be free to be them. Like, we are all different. We are all uniquely designed by the creator himself. And if he made each and every one of us a certain way, then we should be accepting of one another. And that's not to say that there's no accountability. I
Mhm.
wish more women understood that sisterhood is about accountability as
Yeah.
well. If you want
Absolutely.
a bunch of yes men around you, then that's not sisterhood. At
Nope.
least that's not the sisterhood that I desire and that I be
No.
a part of. Because how are we sisters and we're not holding each other accountable, or you getting offended every time somebody
No.
says something to you, or addresses a certain thing, or you think that you always right and it's your way or the highway? Like, that's not sisterhood. Like, sisterhood is accountability.
Mm,
Sisterhood is authentic. Sisterhood is relatable.
mm. So good.
There's so much that we can learn from each other's and each person's journey. We all have been through life experiences, no matter what it is or what it looks like. We all are sinners. We all sin, no matter what sin that you have committed. They're all the same. There's no sin that's greater than the other. So it's like we have to understand that we are all human at the end of the day. And
Yes.
I think that that's where sisterhood can go wrong too, when there's a lot of comparison, or,
Mm,
people feeling like, oh, I'm this far along, or I'm this, I'm that. It's like we're all human at the end of the day. And like you said, if it's rooted in love and rooted in God, then everything else is going to stem from it so beautifully. And
mm,
sisterhood is important
So beautiful, y'all. Yes, it's one of the best things ever. Something that you need to genuinely have. Like,
and
come on. Yes.
embrace people loving on you. Like, some people
Yes.
are,
Yes.
we say introverts or extroverts and all these personality types, type A, type B. Like, we all got these different things, our strength, our weaknesses, and stuff like that. But you gotta accept it too. Like, if you are constantly rejecting people wanting to love on you or do for you or be there for you, then
Mm,
what do you expect? Like, how do you expect to find your tribe and be connected with sisterhood if you don't even accept it? And
mm,
that just shows that maybe there's some deeper healing that you have to do, you know, to get to the point where you can accept sisterhood. Because yes, we all have been broken and wounded. It could be mother wounds, father wounds, sister wounds,
mhm.
friendship wounds,
Yep.
relationship wounds, whatever kind of wound. We all have been wounded and bruised, but we can't use that as an excuse for the remainder of our lives as to why we are not connected and rooted in sisterhood
Mm.
and community.
That part, sis. Ooh, so good. And I'm just gonna continue to pray over all the ladies on this call as well, like, so that everybody can get that. Because I feel like it's a desire of every woman, but sometimes the desire just
Absolutely.
goes away when maybe you've just been hurt and stuff so many times with women and all those things. But just
But
never.
you know what? What really bothers me, because as women, and I'm not generalizing this for everybody, but many women can be hurt by a man so many times you will keep accepting that man back.
Yeah.
But one little thing happened with your sister and you kicking her to the curb and you
Yep.
just like
Hard.
abandoning her. And
Yep.
that grinds my gears. That really irks me.
Same.
And that really grieves my spirit because it's like, dang, like,
Yep.
why do people feel that people in general are disposable?
Mm,
Like, and maybe that can be my trauma, that I'm bringing up, but as I've healed, I've realized that, like, man, wow, people really think that people are disposable.
yeah.
And I don't take for granted any relationship that I've had in my life, rather it's been romantic, platonic, or
Yeah.
familiar relationships. Like, I'm so appreciative of every single person I have been able to encounter on my walk.
Mm,
Every single person has taught me something. I enjoyed, obviously, something if I was connected with that person. And that's another thing that grieves my spirit when people walk away from friendships or sisterhood and they act like, oh, it didn't serve me. It never did. And it's like, girl,
mm.
what? Like,
I
so
was
you telling me that you was around for all these years, even if it was 6 months, 3 months,
yeah.
whatever, you telling me that you was around that person
Mm,
and you didn't get nothing out of it? It didn't
mm,
serve you in no kind of way?
mm.
Like,
Stop.
oh, I don't like that.
That's
I
so
don't like
true.
that. Y'all, women,
That's so
stop
true.
doing that.
We gotta stop.
That is embarrassing to women, and we have got to stop. We
Yeah.
have got to stop putting each other down. And even if, women do decide to part ways, like, do it gracefully, do it peacefully. Like,
Yeah.
it don't got to be no hate, it don't got to be no comparison. It's just that everybody's on different journeys.
That's all, sis. That's all. I really wish it was more of that, sis. So just living in peace. Like we don't gotta go on social media and talk about each other. We ain't gotta cuss each other out. It don't gotta be none of that. It don't do nothing. So I love that. Oof, I love that. Mm-mm-mm. And that just brings us to our last question, y'all. So how has being in community help you grow spiritually?
Man, community has helped me grow spiritually because, again, accountability, y'all. Like, it's easy to say what you doing on your own. Like, well, it's only you saying it. Like, who can confirm it? Who can validate it? Like, and of course we don't need validation from anybody, but how do you know that you're growing if the spirit ain't been tested? It ain't been tried. If you only by yourself 100% of the time, we
Then
don't know if you really got the fruit
yeah,
of the
yeah,
spirit. We don't know how you react to tough times. We don't know how you deal with conflict. We don't know how you communicate with people. We don't know how you love people. So I feel like accountability has just been huge. Like,
yes.
when I like, oh, being, woo, Jesus, I got so much I can say about this, but
Mm,
just being in community has helped me in that sense because when we are committed to studying books of the Bible or we're reading books together as community and you
mhm.
show up, like, you feel it when you were the one who ain't did the intentions for the
Yep,
week. Like, you feel that, oh, I
yep,
ain't really on my stuff. Like, oh, my other sisters, they own it. Like, I
mm,
need to get on it. And
yep,
you feel left out of the conversation. So it's
mm,
definitely like held me accountable. Like, and discipline is just a big thing for me anyway. Like, I desire to be a woman of integrity. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do on my own, but it needs to be tested
yeah,
by being in community and around other believers and to also challenge me. Not
mm,
um
that's it.
argumentative or combatively, but
Yeah,
challenge my way of thinking because, again, our ways are not God's ways. Our ways are not absolute and defined as right.
mm,
So you need to be in community to have those conversations, have those topics that you're discussing, bouncing things off of each other or looking at it from a different lens and seeing where other people have been through in life and what they've come through. So I feel like accountability has been the greatest way that it has helped me to grow spiritually and want to go deeper. Like,
yes.
I want to study my word. I want to become more like Christ because now God has blessed me with community. I want to love these people, every single person that God blesses in my life. I want to love them properly. I
Absolutely.
want to be better than I was before. So
Yes.
every single day, I'm a new person. I'm not. If you thought that you knew me, then you don't know me. If
Mm,
we're not in community, because
mm,
every single day I'm growing.
mm. That's the
And
one.
I only know that I'm grown because the fruit speak for itself.
Mhm.
So I'm in community, so they're able to see my growth as well. But if
Yep.
you're not around nobody can your fruit don't speak. Like, you
Oh,
can't be vouching
woo.
for yourself.
That is so
That's like saying you can cook real good, but ain't nobody ever taste your cooking. Like, we don't know.
don't know.
Maybe for
We don't
yourself.
know. That is it, sis. I agree 1000%. Just the accountability all day. I love how we always give each other our flowers in our community, y'all. Like we always just, tell each other like what we're doing amazing at, and just like you were saying, like that's how like, okay, like my hard work really is it's paying off because other ladies see it, like, and of course like the validation you need is from God, but he'll send your sisters in Christ and the people you're close to, like they'll tell you, like I hear they tell me and Kira all the time, like y'all are amazing leaders, y'all are, just so respectful, y'all are patient with us, like, y'all are very helpful, like just all the things. And it's like, okay, like that sounds way better than, us just saying like, oh, I'm an amazing leader, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Like, no, like, and that literally says that all throughout the Bible. Like let other people,
It
talk about.
says don't think higher than yourself than you ought to.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
boasting.
And it's
Hmm.
humble. It's very humble when, you just sit back and you do your thing, and then, do good whether people are watching or not. And I feel like that's another big thing too. So nonetheless though, like I feel like that's one of the biggest ways that we've grown in this community, with this community, like just holding each other accountable, just like you said, sis. Like that's a big thing. And it's not always gonna be sunshine and roses, y'all. Like it's not that, just like Kira said, like I feel like that's a lot of reason why groups may not work out, because people don't want to hear the real. Like, how are we going to grow if we always just telling each other what we want to hear? Like, that's just not how.
And people don't want to feel their feelings either, because sometimes there's just tears. Like
Yeah,
sometimes we just need a shoulder to cry, and we just need to express and let free, like, and not have to have it all together. Like it's okay if you
it
slip
is okay.
and you fell into something that you said you was not going to do. Like having that support, and again, that accountability, because the Bible also tells us to confess our sins amongst one another.
Mm,
So how are you,
mm,
being a believer if you are not doing what the Bible tells you to do? Like it don't make sense.
that part. That part.
The math ain't mathing.
It's not. So please, y'all, it is a new quarter, so we are, allowing new women to come on in.
Yes, this has been such an amazing conversation, and we do want to just extend that invitation to any women who have been praying. You feel like after today's conversation that, man, these are the type of women that I need to be surrounded by. This is the type of tribe that I've been praying for.
Yeah.
Um, we invite you to join Faith Slayer U. We do meet weekly on Thursdays. We are virtual, minus our fellowships. We have fellowships in person. We do annual retreats. We have a lot of great things going on inside of our community. And you can definitely find out more information. I'm going to drop the link down in the chat so that you guys can check us out. And like I said, if you've been praying for your community, you feel like the Lord has led you and spoke to you and led you right here, then
Mm.
baby, you're at the right place at the right time. And we are ready to welcome and receive you with open arms.
Yes. Yes. This was such a great conversation, sis. Happy
This was so
Women's
good. Thank you
History
so
Month.
much, sis, for taking time out of your schedule to
Thank
chat with
you.
me.
Yes, thank you, sis. This was amazing. I look forward to more. And yes, I hope we have some more Faith Slayers coming on there real soon this next quarter of the year.
Yes, y'all, we're going into quarter two, so perfect time to get started with us. We do try to just do our themes and our topics and our books that we're reading on a quarter basis, so that when new women come in, you won't feel like out of the loop or out of the conversation. Like, baby, you're at the right place at the right time, and we are ready for you, and we're excited. Quarter two is going to be so good. We read an amazing book,
Yes.
Soul Care, first quarter. Perfect way to kick off our new year, you guys, and just again healing your soul, doing that hard work. And yes, I'm so grateful for my sister. Thank you again for all that you do. Thank you for who you are, to me and to this community. I thank you for serving and being so selfless, and just continue to be obedient to the Lord in your walk and your journey.
Yes. Thank you, sis. And all the flowers to you as well. Thank you so much for all that you do. Okay. We're so grateful for you, and God know what He doing, honey, every time. So cheers to us.
Yes. Well, we love you guys. We hope that you enjoyed this conversation today. The impact of women. Happy Women's History Month. As always, make sure you guys walk by faith and slay, plus pray each and every day, because God, He will make way. We
Yeah.
love you guys so much, and we will see you next time.
See you next time.